I can't seem to change that channel, this title. I have no idea why I can't change that channel. I'm gonna try. Alright, update all. There, it actually worked. Okay, y'all, this is what we're gonna watch on my live stream, my own playlist. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Left and Edited. Okay, it's time for another what if video. I'm trying to bring awareness to the fact that there is hunger in the United States, and it's unacceptable, you know. But anyway, I'm bringing awareness to this because there's somebody out there that's going to go to bed hungry tonight. Might have went to bed hungry last night as well. This scenario here is going to be for a single person. So let's say, what I have here first is the tea bags. For breakfast, I would break one of these loose from this. It's, you know, the perforated. I'd make me a cup of hot coffee, which I do tea. I keep saying coffee. Tea. I do have some sugar here, so I'll have enough sugar to make my cup of hot tea, and then the remaining 3 tea bags, I would make a pitcher of very weak tea, but it's something to drink. And for breakfast, I would boil this egg, and that's what I would have for breakfast. So then that leads us to what's for lunch. I have a can of mixed vegetables here, some broke up spaghetti noodles, 1 small potato here, and a bouillon cube. Now you'll notice there's no meat in this video. Most times when you get down to this point, you don't have any meat. Think about that. While you're sitting there eating a T-bone steak or nice chicken, fish meal, there's somebody out there that doesn't have any meat on their table. And it's not by choice. The only beef is the flavor in this bouillon cube, and that's a beef bouillon cube. So I would take this can of mixed vegetables, this bouillon cube, and potatoes, add some water to this, and I would cook it until the potato was completely done, or half done. Then I'd add the noodles to it. That would be soup, and that would be my supper and my lunch. Of course, I'm from Louisiana. I talk backwards. Okay, so I have to have a snack, so I just so happen to have a few crackers here. Slice of cheese. Well, that's going to be called my snack right there. These crackers and this slice of cheese, and that'll get me through till I can get my paycheck in, or like I said, the food stamps, a food bank opens. You can create meals. You can eat off of barely nothing, because that's what this is. This to me is nothing. And I've had times I didn't have this much. But I would like to, again, to encourage my viewers and my fellow creators to make a video like this. If you would, I would add it to my what if watch list. But I'm just trying to bring awareness to this, y'all. That's all I'm trying to do. And I did get this idea from Mornings with Granny. I'll drop a link in the description for her, because this was her idea. I saw her on her video. I believe she got it from someone else, but I don't know who that creator is. But this is Nothing Edited. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and by all means leave a comment. And this is Nothing Edited, and I'm out. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Nothing Edited. I'm doing another what if video with different items. What I have is a bag of these cheddar and sour cream mashed potatoes, 2 slices of bread, a carton of orange pineapple juice, a small container here of
Y'all, I know this
pineapple.
is crazy.
It's a little pineapple cut
I'm
right
actually
here.
I'm doing this for a watch time video.
I have 1 egg, So if people want to go back
and about a quarter can
of
evaporated milk.
So here's my game plan for my menu. I have to have 3 meals out of this. This is because this is all I have in the pantry. Now this is all a scenario, y'all. This is not real, but it is real to some people in the United States, and that's why I'm wanting to drive this what if videos into your homes. So what I would have to do, since I have to get 3 meals out of this, and you know, let's say payday's tomorrow, a food bank's open tomorrow, perhaps you're on an assistance program, EBTs or whatever they call the food stamp program. There's no shame in that game. People have been there, done that, bought the t-shirts. I'm not gonna lie, there was a time in my life I actually, it was so long ago they had the little books with the food stamps in it, but hey, you do what you gotta do. That's how long ago it was. Talking 80s. Anyway, what I would do with this food here is I would take this egg here and I'd fry it. I'd poke the yolk, you know, so it'd be and just flip it over. Now I do have a little bit of mayonnaise in the bottom of a jar, so I spread that little bit of mayonnaise on these 2 slices of bread. Thank you for watching.
Put that egg on it.
I appreciate it.
Call that breakfast. And I guess I would possibly go ahead and drink the juice with that. So that would be my breakfast. Okay, so then I'm left with the evaporated milk and sour cream. Potatoes here. Cheddar and sour cream potatoes.
Give me a thumbs up or
now it
thumbs
says
down.
per serving, it's a
Use
quarter
you.
cup per serving.
That's
so
what I'm doing this for.
that's what we're dealing with once it's made. That's the serving size. This is a well, it says 4 half-cup servings, so that's plenty. Okay. On the back it said serving size was a quarter, so I was going by that. This is a 4-ounce pack. So what I would do with them potatoes is I would boil some water as per the directions, and I would add the potatoes to it, and of course whisk it up. It'd be thick. Then what I would do with this quarter can of evaporated milk is I would probably add water up to that red line, or maybe even to the top of the can, because I would do it to the top of the can because I have to get 2 meals out of this one little package here. So I would turn it into potato soup, and if necessary I would add even more water to get it to a consistency where I could get 2 meals out of it. And then I would drink water with this meal. This would be my snack during the day at some case point in time. So that would be my snack. So this little bit of food here guarantees me I can get at least 3 meals. I moved everything out of the way. I don't know how that happened. Okay. Out of this little bit of food I can get 3 meals. Will they be healthy? No. Will they be wholesome? No. Will they be like just stuff your gut? No. But it keeps the hunger away. It keeps the wolves away from your door, as my grandparents used to say. This will keep you from being hungry until you can get that paycheck, your assistance, your Social Security check-in, whatever the problem is, or get to a food bank. Now, so and I'm thinking, well, it'll be the next day, so it might be a little hungry that morning. So I may save this pineapple cup just to have a little something to put into my stomach. So we're not going to have a snack on that day. This would be like my breakfast with some water. Just something to hold my stomach over until I could get to wherever it is I need to get some groceries. But this is just another scenario. I would love to see my viewers and subscribers make what if videos, and if you do, would you please post your link below this video. And when you do that, And after I've watched it, I will add it to my playlist of what if. So this is another scenario of what if. I'm bringing hunger awareness to the YouTube world, and I would encourage others to do the same. This is nothing edited. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and by all means, leave a comment, and y'all have a great day. Think about this. This could be you. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Nothing Edited. I'm at it again, doing another what if video. So what if this is all you had in your pantry to eat? Your payday's tomorrow. Or your food stamp card, I don't know what they call that stuff anymore. Whatever the case is, you don't get any money or any means to get any food today. This is what you've got. You'll have access to a food pantry or something tomorrow. So I've got to make 3 meals out of this. Have to have a breakfast, a lunch, and a supper. Now on some of the videos I show meat, you know, where you have meat in it. So you don't always have meat. You don't always have leftover tuna, pork chop, or hamburger meat, or any kind of meat, you know, bacon bits or stuff like that. But okay, here we go. Let's go with the video. Oh, and another thing that I've been leaving out of my video is what do I drink. I've never put that in there. I drink a lot of water. I drink coffee in the morning. I drink a lot of water during the day. Every once in a while, not every once in a while, I do drink Cokes. And I mean Coca-Cola. Alright, so let's start this off with, this is 2 little packets that I have. I want something flavored in my water, okay? So I have 2 A&W root beers, singles to go. You just add to a bottle of water. Actually, they say 16 ounce. To me, that's too sweet. You can probably take 3 bottles of water, or you can use your faucet water, because we broke here, so we using faucet water. If I was going to actually drink this, and that's what I had to drink this day, I would mix up for both these packages 48 ounces of water with these 2 packets, put it in the refrigerator, and let it cool down unless I don't have any ice. Okay, so for breakfast I have some quick grits here. So I would cook enough for 1, and then I would top it with butter and some salt and pepper. That'd be my breakfast. Probably before breakfast I'd be making up this strawberry banana jello. All you need is water. As long as we have water still turned on, we can make this. Excuse me, make this jello here, and that would be a couple of snacks. Alright, then we're going to move over here to lunch and supper. Now this is going to be a skinny supper and a skinny lunch, but this is what you got. You have about a 3/4 of a cup of frozen peas and carrots. You have a package of this Alfredo Parmesan Romano cheese flavored sauce contraption here in the bag. I would be putting that on to cook. Now you don't notice any water here. I mean any milk. You don't have to have milk to make these things. When I was on my own, and I didn't, I've ate this, and it was a generic brand. It wasn't that brand. I didn't have milk. I used water. Turned out perfectly fine. So we're at that stage. So I would cook. When I set this on to cook, I'd put those peas and carrots in there, and I would add a little bit of butter. Also, each time I ate it, that would be enough for 2 meals, for dinner and supper. I would sprinkle the top with the small little amount I have here of the Parmesan Romano cheese. And basically, since I would have this jello here, I could use that for snacks, you know, at least 2. There's 2 good serving size of snacks. Now, we know it's just jellied water, but you know what? If you're hungry, you'll eat anything. So that's what I would do with this food that I have here for my what if. I hope people are learning something from these what if videos, if nothing else than to have the awareness that this is real in the United States. It's real all over the world, but we're worrying about the United States here right now, okay? We won't go there, what I was fixing to say. We have a lot of hunger issues in this country, and it shouldn't be. This is the United States of America, y'all. But you still have people going to bed hungry.
Thank you for coming in.
Why? Because they don't even have this little bit amount of food. You know, it is what it is.
I'm just planning my own playlist.
When I was younger,
and I'm doing it for
like I said, I've said it in the previous video, I'd love to have had this. I'll tell you exactly what I had in my pantry for a solid week. The only thing I had in my pantry, so I want to drive this home so y'all understand I've been there, was a box of instant mashed potatoes and a jar of seasonal. And I ate that twice a day. Wasn't doing 3 meals, but I ate it twice a day, every day, until I got my paycheck. I had just moved into a place. I didn't have any money for groceries. That's what I had. What I had left over, I bought that box of instant mashed potatoes and seasonal. And I can guarantee you one thing: you will never ever see a video of mine where I use seasonal. I don't. If I pass by it in the store, I cringe. The instant mashed potatoes, yes, I can still deal with that. But that seasonal, I just can't get rid of that. But I want to let y'all know, you know, that happened to me all those years ago. So, and it's happening now. And I was working. I had a job. The people I'm aiming at on these videos, they are either working or they have worked and they've retired, and this is really what's they have at the end of the month, you know. So if you see somebody at the register, an older man or woman with a kid or whatever, and you see, this is another way you can help, and you see that, oh, they got to put something back because so they don't have enough money.
I can get
you know, human up. I mean, if it's couple of bucks, whatever, and you've got it and you can spare it, pay for it. Do not ever let somebody walk out of a store without food. Now, if you see that they have alcohol, cigarettes, and a bunch of cold drinks and garbage, hey, leave them standing there. Because if you're gonna put back groceries to have alcohol, cigarettes, and I do smoke, no, I wouldn't help them in that situation. But you have been in line where you've heard somebody say they were, it could be as little as 50 cents over, you're 50 cents over. Well, they got to put something back. And pay attention to what it is they're putting back. Okay? Pay attention to what they're putting back. That's all I ask. And if y'all will, make videos and share the link that you make below mine. And I'll share it in my What If playlist. So, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and by all means, leave a comment. And y'all have a great day. And think about this. This could be you. This could be real.
And these videos are from 5 years ago.
Nothing edited. And
most of them are from 5 years ago.
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Nothing Edited. I'm at it again, doing another What If video. So what if this is all you had in your pantry to eat? Your payday's tomorrow, or your food stamp card. I don't know what they call that stuff anymore. Whatever the case is, you don't get any money or any means to get any food today. This is what you've got. You'll have access. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm back here with another What If. What if this is all you had to eat? What would you do? So we're going to start with breakfast. What I have is a banana. So I would slice the banana or just eat it, whatever. And I have one package of maple, brown sugar, oatmeal. So I would cook it as per the package and have the banana with that. So that is out of the way. Then what I have here is one Roma tomato. I have 1 egg. I would boil this egg, peel it, cut it in half. I dice that tomato. There's enough lettuce here from one person to get 2 salads out of it. Won't be like a real big salad, but it's still salad. And you have to remember, half this tomatoes going on that salad and half that egg. I also happen to have some olives, so I'll be adding some olives to that particular salad, to both of them. I have some crackers. Okay, one meal I'd end up with 3 crackers and the other one I'd end up with 2, but that's fine. And I have some salad dressing. So that's 3 of my meals done, but I need a snack. I mean, hey, you know, we all get hungry, so what I have here is a can of mandarin oranges. Believe it or not, I mean, it's in white syrup, so I would actually drink that and eat the
I don't know why they
oranges.
out of sync.
So you can have a semi-healthy, when I say him, semi, that's and bananas and egg. Do your on YouTube, my YouTube family, to get out there and make some videos. I mean, use dried beans, cooked beans, whatever you have. It doesn't matter what you have. Make one of these videos. Please put it out there, and when you make your video and post your video to YouTube, please come back to this video and leave the link so I can watch it. Not only will I watch it, I will add it to my what if playlist. I mean, that's all I have to offer to you. And thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and by all means, y'all have a great day. I think I forgot to say leave a comment, please. I've been edited, and I'm out. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Nothing Edited.
I don't know why
What's
it's
in
playing
front
the
of
same
you
damn
is
videos over and
what's
over.
in the pantry, plus I have some sitting to the side, and I'll get to that in a moment. I know I just put out a what if video, but this what if video is going to be a what if challenge video, and this challenge is going to go out to KY Rambling Granny, Plain Vanilla Granny. I would like it to also go out to Sweet Twisted Joy. And if we can bring her on board, I'd like to get Deborah Joy involved in it. And then Frugal Money Saver. And we also have Hillbilly Fam Life. So I'm inviting all of y'all to do your own challenge. Now this is going to be for a couple, for 2 people. Whether it's a single mother and a child, or just a married couple. So here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to take this can, I'm starting with the first meal, which is breakfast. I'm going to take this can of fruit cocktail, I'm going to pour it into a small casserole dish. I'm going to mix up about a half a cup or 3/4 of a cup of this pancake mix, and the glory of this pancake mix is all you do is add water to it. I want it pretty thin. I will add these 2 tablespoons of white sugar, granulated sugar, and I will add some vanilla. I will mix the pancake mix, like I said, with the sugar, the water, and the vanilla. I'll pour it over the top of the fruit cocktail. I will bake it in my oven until it's done. Once it comes out, we have the option of using this little bit of syrup over the top, or not. This will also be enough for a breakfast and a snack. So let me move this out of the way. Then, excuse me, we have this package, half a bag, which is 1 cup of the Great Northern White Beans. We have 1 onion. We have some bacon bits here, about 1 ounce of bacon bits. Then I have, of course, some salt, pepper, garlic powder. What I will do is take the white beans, wash them, sort them, put them in a pot, put double the water I normally would, because I'm going to cook it down and make a bean soup. Once the beans are almost tender, I will have this onion diced up. I will place that into the pot. I will place the real bacon pieces in it, and we can have some cheese crackers on the side, or have that as an additional snack. But that's what I would do with this, and I would get 3 meals out of it, because you're definitely going to get 2 meals out of this amount of beans, because 1 cup of these turn into 3 cups. Plus I'm turning it into a soup, so therefore might even have a little extra. This pancake mix here, like I said, you could we can eat it at one time for breakfast, and then eat on the beans twice, and have this for a snack. Or, since we're not getting paid till tomorrow, and you know, we can still have this, hypothetically, we can use this for the snack and take the other half of this and keep this until the following morning and eat on it as well, because it will be plenty for a single mother and a child, or like I said, a married couple. So again, I just want to do this challenge. I am so curious as to what the other YouTubers will come up with, and I really hope that each and every one of you do the challenge, and that you'll challenge some other some of your YouTubers, some of your subscribers, or people that you're subscribed to, and get them on board, and let's see what everybody can do. I mean, I'm doing this for a reason, because I actually have been in a position personally where, hey, I didn't even have this. You know what I had? I had the salt, I had the pepper, and I had the beans, and that's what I got to eat on. Okay, so I've been there, I've done that, and I bought that t-shirt. But I'm wanting to do this to educate people. People need to know that there's a real need in this world. There are so many people who do not have food. I'm going to put an example out there. I had a friend of mine that asked me to take her to the food bank. Now, they had just done this huge thing on TV, share your holiday dinner. And all day long, all you saw was 18-wheeler after 18-wheeler load of fresh vegetables, fruit, meats, anything you could dream up. So I take this lady to the center, who is really in need. And I don't believe that I've ever been so furious in my life. They gave her a box that said, share your holidays. Well, she opened it up. She had 2 heads of cabbage in there, and if I recall right, there were 6 cans of peaches and a bag of chips. I was like, what happened to all of the food that they showed on TV? Where'd it go? What happened to it? Now, I do know for a fact that the volunteers are allowed to take out X amount, which nobody knows what that X amount is, because they do it after they leave the food bank, for compensation, because the volunteers don't get paid. That's how they get paid. So what's happening to the food? I mean, seriously, people are donating to food banks, and the people in need are really not getting what people are donating. I mean, I'm just going to lay it out there. That's the bottom line. They're not getting what's donated. So I ended up that year, which I don't begrudge it at all. Don't ever think that for a minute, because I have fed more people than Kroger's has. I ended up coming to my house and going through my freezer and my pantries and giving her stuff to actually have some good food on her table. I didn't mean to ramble on like this. I'm starting to sound like you, KY Rambling Granny. But anyway, the challenge is out there. I want to see what y'all can do. And y'all have a blessed and happy new year. And please be safe. And I want everybody to have good health, some extra wealth, and fun in 2020. This is Nothing Edited, and I'm out. Told y'all these videos are 5 years old. Actually 6. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Nothing Edited. I'm doing another what if. What if this is all you had in your refrigerator and pantry, and you have to make 3 meals off of this. Payday's tomorrow, but you have to eat today. and this is for a single person. So what would you do with a can of chili, 2 slices of cheese, about 1/4 of an onion? Over here you have a little Jell-O pack, luckily. Real small tangerine. You have 2 eggs here. And you have a 1/2 cup of rice. So y'all, we have to do breakfast first. So I'm thinking for breakfast I would take the 2 eggs here. Quit rolling them around everywhere. I would take the 2 eggs and I'd boil them, because I like boiled eggs better than I do scrambled or fried. And I would go ahead and I'd have this little tangerine with it. So we're going to move that to the side because that's one meal out of the way. So what are we left with? We have Jell-O, onion, can of chili, and about 1/2 cup of rice. Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, plus I have 2 slices of cheese. So what I would do is I would take this rice, I'd put it in a pot, I'd dice up this onion really small, I'd put it in the same pot, put the amount of water stated on the bag, cook the rice. When the rice was cooked, I would take this can of chili, I would stir it into that pot with the rice and onions. I would stir in, I would also take these slices of cheese here, and since I know I would get 2 meals out of the 1/2 cup of rice and the chili, I would put 1 slice of cheese in the bowl of chili and rice, and for my second meal I would do the same. Now we are stuck with the Jell-O. That would be my evening time snack. So with just this little bit amount of food you could eat. It may not be what you want to eat, but it's all you have to eat. I'm doing these videos because there are people out there in this world that this is all they have in their refrigerator. They're lucky if they have this. Some of them don't even have this. Some of them may have the rice and just a chili or a couple of eggs. People are falling on hard times, and I'm doing these videos to try to educate some people on what you can do with hardly anything, and to educate those out there who have it all and don't understand that side. So this is nothing edited. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and by all means leave a comment. Have a great day. And if you see somebody that's falling on hard times, you don't have to knock on the door. All you have to do is put a few canned goods, a few box goods together, whatever you have. Put it in a box, put it by the door. They'll appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Nothing Edited. This video has been inspired once again by Mornings with Granny. If y'all haven't checked out her channel, y'all need to go over there and check it out. She does some really good videos. So what if it was for you had to have 3 meals for a day because you didn't get paid the next day, or you didn't get to be able to go to a food bank, or your food stamps didn't come in. Whatever the circumstance is, this is what you have to have for that day. So you have to do 3 meals. So for breakfast, I believe I would have this strawberry yogurt here, and just so happens I have leftover meatloaf here, so I don't want it again. Easily I could do that, but I want something different. And I have the meatloaf, I have the tomato paste here. So what I would do is crumble the meatloaf up, and I would make a chili out of it. She said you could use condiments that you have. I happen to have chili powder. This meatloaf has everything you need in it. Onions and celery and garlic. It has all the flavors that you would actually put into a chili to start with. I'm not sure how well it's going to turn out because it does have breadcrumbs in it. But you know what? I'm going to take my video a step further. I'm going to crumble this meatloaf up, and we're going to do that chili and see how it turns out. So y'all stay tuned for that. Also, I have a video coming out with how I made this meatloaf, and that's an upcoming video. So what do y'all call that? I forgot. There's a word y'all use for it. Come on, somebody help me, help me, help me. Spoiler alert. Sorry. Okay, so let me crumble this up. We'll get on to making that chili. Okay, y'all, what I'm going to add to my pot here is 2 cups of water. To that, I will be adding this package of tomato paste. And this is only 2 tablespoons, which is fine because if you make chili, they want you to do the can of tomato sauce anyway. So I'm just using a couple of tablespoons of tomato paste instead because that's what I have. I'm going to whisk that together very well. Get my little handy helper here. I don't want to mess all over my stove. Alright. Get that whisked together, and I will add some chili powder. Let's go with, what is this?
I can't make the chat work on here.
Alright, that's a half a tablespoon. This measuring spoon here is. So we're going to go with 1, 2, and about a half of that. So a tablespoon
and I don't
and a
like
quarter of chili powder. More may need to be added. I don't know. Get that combined very well. And this is going to simmer for quite a while. I'm just showing you the basics of how I'm going to do it. This is the leftover meatloaf that was crumbled up. That I crumbled up. And again, I have a video coming out on how to make this meatloaf. Okay, we've got that in. Get stirred together. Making sure y'all can see that. There we go. Get that stirred together, and basically I'm going to let it cook until it cooks down and have chili. So once this cooks down, I will bring y'all back. I'll tell you how long it took for it to cook down to the consistency that I like. I'm not adding anything else to this. What y'all have seen is what's going in there. So, and believe it or not, I do make chili like this. If I have leftover hamburger meat, I've done chili like this. A lot of times I'll add a can of beans to it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So once this has cooked down to the consistency I want, I'll bring y'all back. But this is just an example of what if that's all you had in your house and you had to make 2 meals out of this plus the breakfast, which I showed y'all would have been the yogurt. And I'm going to assume this is for 1 person. So you can definitely get 2 good hearty meals out of what's in that pot. And I'll bring y'all back once it's cooked down. Okay, y'all. It's been 25 minutes. Now, normally, of course, you would cook chili a lot longer than that, but you have to remember that meatloaf, that hamburger meat in there, was already cooked. So I'm going to give this a taste. Okay. Thank goodness Granny said we could use condiments. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to add another half a tablespoon of chili powder. And I will be adding a dash of my special seasoning, just salt, just stuff. And I think that'll tweak it just right. Stir that in. Now you remember I have to have 2 meals out of this, so it's not going to be as thick as usual because, you know, it is what it is. This is hypothetical, so hypothetically I don't have crackers, although I actually do. Okay, give that a good stir. Give it a little taste. Okay, very good. Okay, that's good. That added just enough good flavor to it. So I'm going to turn the fire off this and call that a done deal. So that's what I would do with my what if. Now, what I will say is if like, what I'm actually going to do with this, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to actually do with it. I doubt I do a video because I want to do this. I will, excuse me y'all. I'm going to add a can of cream of mushroom soup to this. I'm going to mix that up real well together. I will add a can of ranch style beans to this. I'll mix that together very well. I will take a baking pan, a small casserole dish, 9 by 9, 8 by 8. I'm going to take some corn tortillas and I'm going to tear those up and I'm going to line the bottom of the pan. I'll put a little bit of this mixture over the top of that. I'll add some shredded cheese and I'll layer it up to the top, cover it with foil, bake it in the oven for about 20 minutes at 375. Remove the foil or the cover, whichever dish I decide to use, and put it back in the oven and crank the heat up to about 400 and 425 just to get the cheese on top to melt. And you take that out of the oven, you let it set on the counter for a good 15-20 minutes so it kind of solidates back, and you cut it into pieces and you serve it. When I serve mine, I put sour cream on top of mine, salsa on top of mine, and a little more cheese and jalapeno. This is nothing edited. I'm out. So what if this is all you had? Could you make 2 meals out of this? I want to thank Mornings with Granny for doing her little series on this. I want to thank all my viewers. Please like, subscribe, and by all means leave a comment. And y'all have a great day. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Nothing Edited. I'm doing a what if video. So what I have here is a small can of peas and carrots, a can of chicken breast, 1 can of cream of chicken, box of macaroni and cheese, a tomato, and some quick oats. So for breakfast we will be mixing up, this just for myself, 1 person. Okay, so have these quick oats, so I will cook those up, and I do have sugar, so I'll add sugar to the top of it after I cook these with water as per the instructions. Serving size on that says a half a cup. Well, that's what we'll do. And probably you could add some cinnamon to it if you wanted to. Alright, I'll use the tomato for a snack, you know, at some point. I would cook the box of macaroni and cheese up. I'd drain it. I would add the peas and carrots to that. I would also add the chicken breast and the cream of chicken soup and make it more or less like a casserole, and that way I could get 2 meals, possibly 3 out of that for the following morning. So, you know, let's just say you can't get to the food bank, especially in this day and time with everything that's going on the news. Depends on you as to how much of it you believe and how much you don't. But let's just say the food bank will happen open tomorrow. these products here, making that casserole, you could totally get 3 meals out of that. And with the quick oats, you know, you eat that for breakfast the first, you know, on this day. And then you make this casserole here. And maybe just eat half this tomato. And then the next morning, I'm not above eating casseroles and pizzas and stuff like that, whatever, for breakfast. I'd prefer it as to the oatmeal. But anyway, this is just a little meal that you could make. I mean, in case you don't get a paycheck, you don't get the stimulus check that's supposed to be coming in, your unemployment check's not showing up, whatever the case is, especially in this day and time, this little amount right here will definitely feed one person 3 to 4 meals. And I mean, if this is what you have in your pantry, okay, you don't want the peas and carrots, and you want to make the meal fancier. Well, whatever. Some people do want to do that, even on a budget. Mix the cook the macaroni and cheese, add the cream of chicken, the chicken breast to it, make that the casserole, put this on the side. Perhaps you have some butter, perhaps you don't, just some salt and pepper, work with that. And, you know, slice the tomato and eat it like that. But I believe stretching it out would be better, and that's just the way I would actually do it. So I would encourage people, if they would, they do not have to use the same products I've used. I've seen that in a lot of videos when I've asked people, or to encourage people to make what if videos, they want to use the same products I'm using. Use whatever you have in your house and do an awareness video. This is awareness. There is definitely hunger in America right now with all this stuff going on that we have going on right now. So let's help stamp out hunger in America. If you know somebody that's in need, help them out, especially the elderly right now. The elderly need help. I understand that most schools are still distributing meals to children, which is good. I've seen school buses delivering it, so that, I mean, I'm sure there's still a concern for that, but elderly people are my main concern right now. If you know an elderly person who needs something or hasn't asked you for something, step up and ask them. Say, hey, I'm going to the store. Do you need this? Do you need that? If you cook something extra, share it with them. I mean, this is not a time for our senior citizens or veterans or anyone to actually go hungry. But if you have extra, share it. If not, at least offer to pick them something up at the store. This is nothing edited with a what if. Please like, subscribe, and by all means leave a comment. Y'all have a great day, and y'all stay safe. This is Nothing Edited, and I'm out. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Nothing Edited. Y'all, when I started my channel out, I was privileged enough to run across a lady who had a channel by the name of Mornings with Granny. And she had a series that she was doing then, and she's still doing. And when I started my channel, I saw it, and she had done a challenge on there about what if. What if this is all the food you had in your home, and you had to get 3 meals out of what you have. Paycheck don't come till tomorrow, food bank don't open till tomorrow, EBT, Social Security, whatever, however you have means to get food, this is all the food you have. Now I want to give the credit to Mornings with Granny, because she turned me on to it, and I was doing it when I first started building my channel. And I want to go back to it. I enjoyed doing it, and I got away from it for a while, and I want to go back to it, mainly because there's a need, a huge need, like right now in America. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of children, adults, veterans, elderly are doing without. They don't even have this much right here. So I'm going to do my scenario. This is for one adult person. So, when I have the 2 eggs here, I'll boil the eggs, and I'll eat those for breakfast. I have 3 little slices of ham, and I'm talking paper thin ham. I have 3/4 of a cup of rice. I have a bouillon cube here, and a small can of the peas and carrots. So, what am I going to do with this right here? Remember, I got to have 3 meals. We've only done 2. I mean, 1. What I'll do is I'll dice the ham up, and then I'll take the bouillon cube, add some water to a pot, put the rice, empty the contents of the peas and carrots into it, let it all cook together with the ham, and that would be sufficient for one person to get 2 meals. Now, will you be full? No. Basically what this is to keep you from being hungry until you can get food the next day. So that's what I would do with this amount of food. And the apple would be my snack. 2 boiled eggs for breakfast, an apple for a snack probably right before I went to bed, and then this food here would be made as I stated and would become 2 meals, and that would have to suffice me until I could get groceries some other way. You're saying, well, there's nothing there to drink. Well, nope. This is it. This is bare bones. And this is really seriously, y'all. People in America don't even have this in their house. So what are you going to drink? You're going to drink a glass of water? You just have to drink your water. That's what you have. So I want to bring awareness to hunger in America. And I want to thank Mornings with Granny for introducing me to this scenario to start doing these, and I will go back to doing these again, but I want credit to go where credit goes, and I got this from Mornings with Granny. One more thing I want to say. Y'all, if y'all see somebody or know somebody excuse me, who's in need, help them out. They don't even have to know it comes from you. Just help them out. If, you know, anything that you can do to help them out, you know, just help them out with, mainly give them food. I'm not big on giving people money, because you never know what they're going to do with it. But if you know somebody's actually hungry, they're really not going to turn down food in most cases. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and by all means leave a comment, and y'all have a great day. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Up and Etiquette. Again, I'm going to continue with the series I started months ago that I got away from, and that's my what if scenarios. These are scenarios. Let's just say you don't have any way of getting anything else in your house food-wise other than what you see sitting in front of you. Tomorrow's payday, EBT day, food bank day, but today this is what you have in your house. So what are you going to do? And you have to have 3 meals out of this. So I will tell you this too. This is not like going to be just stuff your gut filling. It's just enough to keep the wolves away from your door. And y'all, there are so many people in this world don't have this much right now, right here, not in the world, in the United States alone, do not have this right here. So that's why I'm doing these scenarios. And another thing I'm doing them for is for awareness, hunger awareness, and that if you happen to be at that supermarket and you see that lady or with a couple of kids or a U.S. veteran, elderly person, they struggling to pay, or you're seeing them putting something back. Now I'm talking about people who are genuinely trying to buy food to feed their family or themselves. I'm not, I mean, if you look over there and you see beer and cold drinks and, you know, stuff like that, cigarettes, no, I'm not stepping up doing to the plate on that either. But if you genuinely see someone who has food, but they're having to put something back because they don't have the change. I mean, it could be as little as 5 cents. It could be $2. $2 is not going to kill you, neither is 5 cents. Don't let that person put it back. If you believe there's a true need, do not allow that person to put it back. Just pay for it. It's the right thing to do. So what I'm going to do, this is my scenario. This is just for myself, one person. So for breakfast, I have these two packages of the instant oatmeal. So, that would be my breakfast. And as you can see, I got a little cup here, a little stingy cup. Actually, it did come from the food bank, of peaches. That would be my snack for the day. I've got, let's see, oh, this says 2 tablespoons of butter. I have 1 can here. This is a 5.7 ounce can of chicken breast. And I have the 1 package of macaroni and cheese. Now we all know if you make macaroni and cheese you need milk. Well, I don't have milk. Well, you don't have milk. This is a scenario. So I would eat this for breakfast, eat this for a snack. I would cook the macaroni and cheese. I would also drain the juices of this. I would use the juice off of this can. I would cook the macaroni and cheese, drain it. I would drain the juices, chicken flavor juice, in place of the milk to add extra flavor to this macaroni and cheese. Add the butter, mix up the little cheese packet in there, and that would be called dinner and supper. These are just scenarios. Again, if you know of anybody in need, please help them out. Some people are too proud to ask for food. I've run across that scenario before, a woman who was too proud to actually ask me, but she told somebody else, you know, about her situation, and I went through that somebody else and handed her some groceries and told her to take it over there and not to tell her where it came from. So anyway, do a good deed for somebody. This is my scenario. I'm going to continue doing this series because I enjoy doing this series. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and by all means leave a comment. And y'all have a great day.